Okay, I was just talking to Mary on the phone, and she asked me what I was going to do the rest of the day. Well, I get in, I surf the net. I read science stuff about outer space and the atmosphere, and just stuff. I'll type something in Google, hit it, and start reading. Well, a few times, in fact more than a few, probably daily, I'll hit on the paranormal, and I believe in it because of my experiences with Chuck and Mom. I was a skeptic, just like Mary is, but back in I got back in church in '91. Told you the story concerning my February when I made that X. Mom and Dad came down and opened up that bank account, and then they went back home again. I started struggling with my belief factor. Yes, I was reading the Bible. I was reading the Bible for the first time. I was about halfway done with the Bible. I read 2 or 3 chapters a day. Back then I was reading 2 or 3 chapters in the Old Testament, 2 or 3 chapters in the New. Now that I've read the Bible, geez, probably 15 times, I only do 2 chapters a day, plus a devotion. Right now I'm in Revelation, and I'm almost done. No, start again with Genesis. But like I said, I was going through a little bit of turmoil the first time that I was actually reading the Bible. Well, I got to Proverbs and started really going through the Proverbs. And one Wednesday night, we used to eat dinner at the church. And then I'd go to the sanctuary and pray at the altar, just as I was, shoes on. I'd put my Bible in the pew and go up by myself. Never took my Bible to the altar for the first few months. Never did. Well, this night was really bothering me, and I wanted to stay connected. I read in Proverbs where the wise man is wise and a fool is foolish. Well, as I was walking across the street going to the sanctuary, that verse kind of hit me. Why was I putting my Bible on a pew and leaving it to go to the altar? I'm getting closer to God, but I'm leaving my Bible, my guidebook, my map, if you were, 30, 40 feet from me. Okay, Gene, you're stupid. So that night I took my Bible to the altar, and I started praying. All of a sudden I realized that if I opened up my Bible and pointed, God might reveal something to me. And I did just that. The first experience that I had opening up my Bible and pointing was when God told Joshua. Now we all know the story about Moses and the burning bush. Moses saw a light off in the distance. He went to investigate it. And there's a burning bush that wasn't burning. It was just on fire, but it wasn't being consumed. And a voice came out of it. Moses, take off your shoes. You're on holy ground. Oh, yes, Lord. We all know that story. But do you know the story of Joshua? Joshua replaced Moses. And God told Joshua the same thing. Take off your shoes. You're on holy ground. Well, I asked God to reveal something to me that I'm doing wrong. And I want to be wise, like in Proverbs. I I want to be wise. Please, show me how to be wise. I opened up the Bible, pointed, opened up my eyes, boom. Joshua, take off your shoes. A few Sundays before that, the pastor was, on one of his Sunday night sermons, said that to make the Bible personal, change names. Put your name in his spot. Instead of Moses saw the burning, Jane saw the burning bush, John saw the burning bush, Mary saw the burning bush. Put your own name in the Bible as you read. I did that. That night. I don't think I said the word Joshua. I think I automatically said, Jane, take off your shoes, you're on holy ground. Whoa! I want to be closer to God by going to the altar. I'm on holy ground. I stood up, left my Bible open, right to that scripture, went back, took off my shoes, took the pencil from the communion little cup thing that they have, the communion cup. They got a pencil and they got paper for visitors to fill out and put in the offering plate, but they got little pencils there. Well, I grabbed that little pencil, went up, looked at that verse and put A&S by it. First time I put A&S in my Bible. Immediate answer to a prayer. From that day on, I don't care what church I'm in, Catholic, Protestant, Methodist, Baptist. If I go to a Muslim church or a Mormon church, if I go to the altar, my shoes comes off. Because I will be closer to God on his holy ground at the altar. Now, call me schizo? Fine, do it. I'm proud of it. But I will not pray at the altar with my shoes on. Now, that time I went home after Grandpa passed. Church. I went into church. And everybody left. I can't remember if I borrowed a car or I just used the other car or something, but I had a car by myself. And I went to the altar. Took off my shoes. Had my Bible with me when I go to the altar. On the way to the altar, I told you the story already about Grandpa. I talked to Mom in the afternoon. I heard Grandpa's voice. I heard Chuck's voice. It's about time you came to see me. Now, is that paranormal? Put any word you want to. Of the earth. That's what paranormal is. These lunatics that go around, oh, this ghost, this figure, this thing, this that. They are people of the earth. Which is no. Those paranormal things are spirits. The afterlife. Be it for evil, be it for good. You got both realms. And I'm a firm believer in that. I watched Zach quite a bit on Ghost Adventures. He ends up getting scratched 3 times. Okay. Evil. Evil spirits. I've never seen Zach go to a church. I'm waiting for that. Because he's not going to get scratched. And he's going to communicate just like I did. Now, have I seen Chuck? No. Have I felt Chuck? Yes. Even that first time. His body was next to mine, pushing against it, just like two people pushed in a crowd. I could feel his body push against mine, his arm going up around and his hand on my shoulder. I felt that. It was real. And when we sat there and talked for that first half hour, he answered. He asked, I answered. Jesus entered the conversation. And I heard him. You know, call me weird. Hey, okay, fine, I'm weird. But it was real. And when I spoke of that in the afternoon to Mom, like I said in my previous video, Mom said that she feels his presence sometimes too. Now, I don't think she's ever heard him. You know? She never told me. But did she? I think she did. I think her and Chuck used to have conversations all the time in church. The day after Mom died, I had my Bible with me. I went to the church. On the way going over, I was telling the pastor that I've got to get to that altar quick so I can talk to my mom. Finish the conversation I was supposed to have with her on the phone. And the pastor told me that Mom told him about the conversation I had with Chuck. And the next sentence that came out of his mouth was, tell Dorothy I said hi. I sure will, Pastor. No problem. No problem. Now, I think the man knew Chuck. He never indicated to me whether he knew my grandfather or not. You know, that's trivial. I don't really care. But as I entered that church, I didn't feel nothing. Nothing. When I got to the auditorium, nothing. Nothing. Well, the pastor turned around, walked out, went out, went back to the house because he was putting screens up on his windows. I went and sat down in the first pew, bent over, took off my sneakers. No, I was wearing shoes. Yeah, hiking boots. Low-cut hiking boots. And I took them off and just sat there and remembered some of the times that I had in that church. Pastor Truex giving a message. I turned around and looked where Mom, Dad, and I usually always sat, and didn't feel nothing. Didn't feel anything. So I just sat there and said a prayer. And I'm going to go to the altar. And I have to be with Chuck and Mom. Well, I stood up, picked up my Bible, went to the altar and stood there. As I was kneeling down to put the Bible on the top step, an arm went up around my shoulders, and I heard Chuck say, "Hi, Gene, your mother's coming." I turned and looked, didn't see nothing. But when I turned and looked, I could see where he was up against me. You know, you can feel somebody as they press against you. Well, when I turned and looked, I could see the indication of somebody standing there pushing against me. I felt his arm going across my back and his hand on my shoulder as him and I kneeled. As soon as I kneeled, a kiss right there from my mom. And I heard Mom say, "I'm glad you came today, Gene." And her arm went across the middle of my back and held onto my side. Because Mom and I used to walk, my arm up around her shoulders and her arm around my waist. Now I was there, the Bible was open. I wish that I would have done this. I wish I would have taken my arm and put it around Mom to see if I could feel her. I didn't do that. Hindsight. Stupid! Why didn't I do it? Because I didn't think of it. Knowing that she was beside me, feeling her arm around my middle, holding down my side, feeling Chuck on this side, feeling Mom on this side, feeling Chuck's hand going across my arm, going across my back and over my shoulder, made me the happiest man on earth. Now, do you believe in the paranormal? I do. I do. You know, there's a thing about being in the world. If you are in the world, you got a yoke around your neck and you're serving the devil. I believe that. If you are of the world, BIBLE, basic instructions before leaving Earth. We have to learn how to deal with being so close to sin. And sin is around us. You can't go 2 minutes without sinning. There's times that I sin when I pray. Yeah, right here. If you think it, you might as well do it, because you've already sinned. That comes right out of the Bible. If you think it, you've done it. So it don't matter. So, you believe in the paranormal? Well, that day that I spent an hour with Mom here, Chuck here, feeling their spiritual bodies brushed up against me. The warmth, pure love. Pure love from my grandfather, Chuck, and pure love from my mom. I wish that they could join me here. Why can't they? I don't have a clue. I don't know. Maybe it's because being a ghost, you're only allowed to go where you have been. Mom and Chuck built that church. They were part of that church. Now they're a major part of that church. I found out after I left that Esther Ladd died. Well, I'm positively sure right now that Esther Ladd, my mom, and Chuck are probably playing Go Fish or something down in the downstairs kitchen. And they're probably cooking and eating. Because I believe that we're going to be eating in heaven. Because after God was resurrected from the dead, he ate fish and bread. He made breakfast for the disciples. Was he a human being? Yes, he was. Was he a spirit? Yes, he was. I believe we're going to eat in heaven. You know? And I can see Peter right now having a Big Mac and fries with a strawberry shake and enjoying it. You know, he's probably already had some because Big Macs and fries and strawberry shakes have been around forever. You know? But yes, I do believe in hereafter. And like I said before, I pray every day that my God, and I keep asking Chuck and Mom to talk to Jesus to bring me home. And like I said in that previous video dealing with this country, when God turns his back on this country, I don't want to be here. I don't want to see it. I got too much respect. I spent too many years defending a country that right now is falling apart at the seams because of our leadership. Like I said before, show me a vet that's in government. I don't think there is any. Anyway, I'm going to close for now. Lord, once again, thank you for burying your mom. And Chuck and Mom, talk to Jesus, because I'm ready to come home. And yes, I'm sinning every day. But I know you forgive me of those sins. I ask this in your name. Amen. Okay, Barry, you're going to get this one too. So, enjoy it. Don't be scared by ghosts.